Aries, a brief decision matters more than a perfect explanation. Ask for one simple proof. If a clarification that wants a gesture is real, it has to hold up in a concrete act, not just in a feeling. Mars makes the nearby field of words, exchanges, and environment more impatient. If you do not give the energy shape, the energy decides for you. It is a short scene with no poetry. One answer, one choice, one cut, and the block loses its aura. The block loses force when you stop treating it like caution and start treating it like a choice. For Aries, the point is to use fire as precision, not reaction. If you do not touch the real knot now, tomorrow you could have less energy and the same problem. The risk is protecting your image as the lucid one, while the real choice stays frozen. Move. Take the smallest piece that creates real movement and do it before it turns back into theory. Carry it with you when the block tries to sound polite. Taurus, if an invitation puts pressure on you, do not hand it a decision right away. Do not buy relief with a confirmation that does not feed you. The moon makes visible the point that should not be handled automatically. It is the invitation that lights something up. It looks like freedom, but it demands an answer immediately. The immediate effect calls loudly. What is alive does not need to buy its own confirmation. The spark is not the problem. It becomes one when you chase the effect and lose your center. For Taurus, the risk is not resistance, but staying still while calm turns into a price. The spark is real only if it does not need to possess you right away. The lit-up part wants confirmation fast. The lucid part holds the spark without letting it take command. Choose a living gesture. The rest can wait off stage, then decide. But do not let the immediate effect run everything. Move, choose one living gesture, and let the rest wait. Gemini. Value leaks slowly. One exception, then a habit, then a debt. The real pressure does not come from the whole day, but from a domestic balance that asks for measure. Small on the surface, central underneath. Venus makes the home root's emotional base area a test of measure. Pleasure works only if it does not erase respect. This is the point where a seemingly small request starts telling you who is really setting the price. If nobody names the bill, a domestic balance that asks for measure can turn into the usual advantage of the one who insists better than you do. If you leave the cost vague, tomorrow you may have to defend a bigger boundary. For Gemini, mental speed only helps if it does not become another way to delay. If you leave that boundary vague, someone will use that vacuum as leverage in their favor. Move. Turn the favor into clear conditions now so you can see whether it stays healthy or not. Cancer. There is a narrow window for Cancer. If you wait too long, it becomes noise. Picture one room. Inside are a margin that can become direction, your reaction, and what you no longer want to carry. With Venus active, the nearby field of words, exchanges, and environment asks for a choice that is beautiful but not blind. Intensity and dignity must stay together. It is the kind of opening that looks almost too small to change the day until you miss it. If you keep watching from the sidelines, a margin that can become direction can lose weight, not because it was false, but because you did not choose its moment. The stake is not winning immediately. It is not letting a door pass by and stay closed. If you let that opening evaporate, you do not just lose an opportunity. You lose trust in your ability to recognize one. Move. Treat the opening as something alive. Make room for it now, not just theoretical attention. Come back to this before you close a possibility just because it asks for presence. Leo. Useful care today is not soft because it is weak. It is precise because it has to survive pressure. The danger here is subtle. A physical margin that needs defending stays small only until it starts deciding the climate for you. With the sun on the identity-body-presence axis, the scene becomes visible. You can no longer treat it like noise. When you remove pressure in the right place, a physical margin that needs defending gives back more clarity than another proof of endurance would. For Leo, the center is defended today not by making a scene, but by choosing cleanly. The stake is not spending all your energy propping up a form that does not deserve that cost. If you keep forcing it, the price can show up as the wrong tone, an impulsive response, or fatigue leading everything. Move. Remove the gesture that drains you before adding one that makes you feel impressive. Use it to remove one demand, not to add another proof. Virgo. The day is not asking for theatrical courage. It is asking for a verifiable act. There is no need for preparation. An operational knot to untie is already on the table, and the sky asks you to read it without tricks. Mars brings pressure onto the relationship agreement confrontation field. Use it to decide, not to force the scene. The right move does not solve everything, but it opens the point that habit was keeping shut. It is an almost ordinary operational tension, which is exactly why it is dangerous. You delay it, and meanwhile the tone starts driving you. For Virgo, good order is the kind that unblocks, not the kind that keeps you there. The stake is using pressure to choose, not to build a more refined version of postponement. If you do not touch that knot today, tomorrow may cost you more energy for the same choice. Move. Do the thing that lowers noise and ambiguity right away, even if it doesn't make you look perfect. Save it if you need a reminder that the block survives mostly on your well-explained delay. Libra. The turning point does not arrive when everything is clear. It arrives when you stop circling. This is the scene where you realize the block needs less thinking and more gesture. Stay in close-up. A practical decision to make gets shape when you stop spreading the rest around. Mars brings friction to the work method health area. The point is not to win the scene, but not to lose clarity while acting. The useful gesture doesn't need to be huge. It just needs to stop a practical decision from staying in control of the scene. For Libra, useful peace does not leave that block vague. One imperfect but true step today can be worth more than a calm that keeps the problem intact. If you do not touch that block today, tomorrow may cost you more energy for the same choice. Move. Send the reply, close the loop, or change the operating pace. One action, but irreversible. Send it to whoever needs a move today, not a speech. Scorpio. Opportunity today does not ask for enthusiasm. It asks for timing. Today you need one simple line. What comes in, what stays out. What you no longer want to carry. Venus on the desire, creativity, pleasure field opens contact, but also the harder question: how much are you giving away to feel chosen? It is the scene where you can feel something move for real, but only if you stop waiting for an aesthetic guarantee. Here, luck is not a prize. It is timing. Recognizing an opportunity to ground before it loses shape. The stake is not arriving tomorrow with the feeling that you saw the point and showed up too late. For Scorpio, the day pays you when you name the raw point before building a strategy around it. If an opportunity to ground stays suspended, tomorrow you may call chance what was choice today. Move. Write a one-line route, then protect the first concrete step. Keep it close. The right moment often arrives without looking good. Sagittarius. The uncomfortable truth does not arrive to hurt you. It arrives because the alibi has worn out. The useful boundary does not punish anyone. It keeps a peace that costs too much from becoming a habit. Venus makes the home root's emotional base area more sensitive. The point is not to enjoy more, but to choose better. It is a silence, a too beautiful explanation, a defense that looks like character. The more you try to stay lucid without feeling, the more a piece that costs too much finds a way to make itself heard. The useful truth today does not humiliate. It simplifies the point you made too complicated. For Sagittarius, useful movement begins when you stop calling everything that asks for precision a restriction. If you keep covering the hidden part, the day can look calm while it decides for you. Move. Name the point that stings and build the limit from there, not from the face you want to save. Come back before you choose control again over the exact name of the wound. Capricorn. If a lucidity that depends on recovery is asking for space, Listen before it has to raise its voice. The opportunity is not huge, but it is real. To answer that lucidity while it is still alive. Saturn closes the room on the home root's emotional base excuses. Only what you can truly sustain remains. It is a quieter room, a notification left outside, a body that stops negotiating. The tired part is not sabotaging you. Inside that need, it is trying to keep the day from draining you beyond measure. For Capricorn, useful discipline is not about enduring forever. It is about choosing better. The stake is not spending all your energy propping up a form that does not deserve that cost. If you keep sacrificing that rhythm, lucidity pays before results do. Move. If you feel the limit, honor it immediately with a practical act instead of postponing it until evening. Tomorrow will count the energy you did not waste. Aquarius. If desire asks for confirmation, slow down. Maybe choice. The point speaks quietly. A promise that wants a boundary shows up in the detail that changes your whole setup right away. With Venus in the foreground, the resources money value axis is not neutral. What feels good must also respect you. It is a chat, a look, a pause, in which you understand whether you want contact or only confirmation. It is not enough for a promise that wants a boundary to make you feel alive. It must also leave you clearer, not more dependent on someone else's answer. For Aquarius, the day improves when vision stops drifting and starts making contact. The stake is simple. Do not let yourself be chosen just because you are afraid of not being seen. The seductive part of the scene can make you forget the more adult question. Move, name what you feel with restraint, but do not give away more presence than the other person can actually hold. Tomorrow will weigh the truth said quietly, not the scene you avoided. Pisces. Today the price is not only financial, it is how much space you leave others to decide for you. This is where what matters most shows up. A financial or emotional margin left open tests the version of yourself you are trying to hold together. With Neptune active, the resources money value axis asks for delicacy and proof effects in the same gesture. It is the point where value stops being theory and asks for one simple verifiable sentence. For Pisces, the day rewards you if you turn intuition into gesture, not just atmosphere. Practical boundaries protect dignity. Do not let a financial or emotional margin left open depend only on politeness. The risk is accepting the wrong measure today and finding yourself tomorrow defending a boundary that has already been eroded. If the real cost stays vague in a polite tone, the price will be decided by whoever insists more. Move. Name the cost, time, or limit at the same moment you feel the embarrassment rise. Save it if you need a reminder that practical clarity is not cruelty.